to the Assetto Corsa Offline Championship here at the Hockenheim Ring for the classic German GP. My name is Mian MG in the commentary box, and joining me for the first ever time in the ACOC is Giuseppe Stella. Good afternoon to you, Giuseppe.
Hello, Miriam. Yeah, it's nice to be here. Let's hope that we'll have a nice race and a nice time.
Yes, great to have you in the commentary booth, Giuseppe. Always nice with a bit of new commentators. Yes, our second ever classic event in the ACOC, where we race cars from the 2013 season around the Hockenheim Ring. We're here for qualifying, and we're actually testing out a new qualifying format, a first in the ACOC. So we are deviating from the original 20-minute qualifying, and we are introducing a sort of three-stage qualifying, as you would see in Formula 1. So we are currently in Q1, so yeah, the slowest 5 will be eliminated from this session. Then we'll move on to Q2, where the slowest 5 will also be eliminated, and then on to Q3, where the fastest 12 cars will battle it out for pole position, and then we'll go on to the race. So yeah, that is something. Yeah, just something like that. And I think you guys will enjoy it. It'll definitely spice up qualifying a bit, and we'll see some interesting things. We've got a quite a different lineup, but before we get stuck in with qualifying, then let's go through some of the track details and characteristics. So the Hockenheim Ring, full name Hockenheim Ring Baden-Württemberg, a circuit located near the Rhine Valley in the town of Hockenheim in the Baden-Württemberg region of Germany. This circuit was first opened in 1932, so it makes it one of the more older German tracks. Originally it was called the Dreieckskurs, the triangle course, that is in English. It was 12 kilometers long, so it was a very, very big circuit. Obviously it saw a lot of revisions during the years. Namely, the 1992 layout is essentially just this layout we have now, but it ran through the nearby forest, which made the track quite a bit longer. Then in 2002, the track was redesigned due to protests from FIA to improve spectator viewing and then safety and security on the track. So this is where we are today. So the Grand Prix circuit then is 4.574 kilometers long. We've got 17 turns, and a race lap record was a 1:13.7, which was set back in 2004. So I think we'll see a bit of similar times. These cars, we're actually having the first few times come in. It is the Mercedes of Daniel Fraser, who is currently fastest at 1:18.6 with teammate Dennis Groff. I have to say, it is just incredibly weird seeing Dennis Groff in a Mercedes, but here we are. Dennis Groff in P2, a 1:18.693, and then it is Wojtek Kulisek in P3 in the Red Bull, as we're having all the times come in very shortly. Yeah, Giuseppe, do you have anything to say?
No, not really. I was just listening to you because it was very interesting, the intro. So, but yes, new qualifying format, at least for ACOC. Of course, just like the one in real life, except with the times being a bit less longer, because of course we have a life, so we don't want to spend like 2 hours waiting and stuff. But it's surely gonna spice things up a little. Maybe themes going out on that time, and I don't know, setting different laps, and yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see, in my opinion. It is interesting in real life, so why should it not be here?
Yeah, very true.
Yeah, nearly every driver has at least completed one lap, with 20 of them, I think. Having set a lap now. In first being Dennis Graaf, I think that is. Sorry, I still gotta get used to the names, so forgive me.
Yeah, it's no problem. But yeah, Dennis Groff going fastest then, as we have all 22 times on the board. Your top 5 at the moment is Dennis Groff, Daniel Fraser, 2 Mercedes on 1-2, Kulisek and Mandic, the Red Bull and the Lotus, and then it's the Ferrari of Daniel Wall in P5. We've got a lot of interesting drivers at the moment. A few who haven't even done an ACOC race. Obviously, this doesn't count. Special races does not count to your statistics. So if you win this race, it's not counted as an official win or a podium or point scoring position, etc. So this is just kind of for fun, and that is exactly why we are doing it. Here's Miran Evji then in P6 in the Williams. That 2013 Williams, not a very good machine. So we'll see where he can end up. I think that Williams will at least get themselves out of Q1, as Remus McGregor in the Ferrari goes fastest by a tenth of a second from Daniel Fraser, who was able to get past his teammate Dennis Grau for P2. Anything of note to you in qualifying at the moment, Giuseppe?
Not really. I was just looking back at how great these 2013 cars look, to be honest. Like, in my opinion, one of the just looks so nice, you know. Of course, 2013 is known as the year where Vettel was probably at his peak, to say the least. Yeah, he just won his 4th championship in that year by quite a big margin. 2013 is also the year where he won at the Ninja, and that's where the picture comes from, where he I don't know, he's praying at his car.
Yeah, he's bowing down in front of his car.
That famous picture of him that I think many people here know.
Yeah.
So seeing a Ferrari go through the corner we are going to right now makes me pain a little, but
yeah, as we were on the topic of Sebastian Vettel. Yeah, 2013, a very iconic season, notably Sebastian Vettel's last championship, and also, what was I going to say, also the last year of these beautiful sounding V8s, and I have to admit with you, these cars both look and just sound great. Obviously, in the ACOC, we haven't heard a lot of V8s. We only had the V6 turbo hybrids, considering that we started in the 2017 season. But it is really great to hear these cars. We got 1.5 minutes remaining in qualifying. I think this is gonna I can't speak. Jesus, this is gonna be one of the few times where we look at the slowest 5. So your slowest 5 at the moment is Matthew Falcon. Then I believe it's Henry J. Brown, Ennis Parachki, Ratko Betes, and Rodrigo Jimenez, who are the slowest 5 at the moment. Erki Nytt in the Marussia might actually be able to get himself out of Q1, which is going to be pretty interesting. That Sauber of Betes looking quite low, as his teammate Noah Clifton in P14 at the moment, so he's doing pretty well. Teammates pretty... I see some teammates are pretty distant from each other. Position-wise, you got Miran Evji in P7, and then you got Konishina in P15, as she's in the pit lane at the moment. And then you got people like Matthias Poco, who's in the Toro Rosso, I believe. I actually need to check that, I'm sorry. Yeah, Matthias Poco in the Toro Rosso, who is P12 at the moment, and Jake Tillotson in P13, so they're actually quite close at the moment on track, unlike some other teams. But yeah, we've got 5 seconds on the timer, and 2, 1, and the checker flag is out. All those people in the pits have done their official running. So Jimenez, Parachki, and Brown are out. Betes crosses the line. He can't improve. He's out of Q1 as well. Matthew Falcon in the Marussia, can he get himself out of Q1 at least? As he is behind the Ferrari there on track, which I believe that is Remus McGregor. Not quite sure though. But let's see Matthew Falcon then, if he can get himself out. Quite unlikely, considering that Marussia is a pretty slow car. But we'll see if he can get himself out. Now in the middle sector, his time, yeah, 3 seconds off. No way the Polish man's going to improve. I think it is going to be Falcon out of Q1 as he makes his way through the Zaxkurve. We're waiting for 6 cars to cross the line. Those in the top 10 obviously do not need to improve. We're going to see the Falcon as he rounds the final corner. I think this is just going to be an in-lap for the Polish driver. Yeah, there he goes into the pits. Matthew Falcon out of qualifying. There's the Toro Rosso, who's just about to cross the line. I think that's Jake Tildesley. No, that's Matthias Poco, sorry. Poco cannot improve though, as he's just on an in-lap now. The final car to cross the line. Don't know who that is. I think that is Daniel Fraser. It was. So that is Q1 over then. And your fastest driver is Remus McGregor, who leads from the two Mercedes of Daniel Fraser and Dennis Groff. And the 5 knocked out drivers will be Matthew Falcon, Henry J. Brown, Enis Parachki, Ratko Betez, and Rodrigo Jimenez. So we lose 5 people in qualifying. Crucially, that is a McLaren who is out of Q1.
Yeah, that's surprising considering back then McLaren was one of the big teams. Although I don't think it really got a podium in 2013, but it still was a really good car. So it's shocking to see it out in Q1 already.
Yeah, it really is. It's so strange. And then you got some of the more, obviously, let's say a bit more back marker teams. You got the Marush of Matthew Falcon, and then people like Enis Parchke and Henry J. Brown, who are in the Caterham. Obviously, that Caterham is not really fast either. Then you got Ratko Betez in the Sauber, who's out as well. His teammate Noah Clifton was able to get into Q2. And then you had, for example, Erki Nytt in the Marussia, who's able to get himself into Q2 as well. So good qualifying from the Estonian, as he's gotten himself into Q2. Lewis McIntyre in the Force India was kind of getting closer as well. So was Emilia Konechina in P15. As we're actually loading in here for Q2, as Q2 is a go. And yeah, we'll see who can get themselves out of Q2 this time. As Tomas Mandic, the Croatian, will be the first car out. As we got 6.5 minutes on the clock for these 17 drivers to go around the track and get themselves into the final pole shootout Q3. We'll see what will happen. I would like to ask you a question, Seppo, though. Car-wise, who would you say is going to go out if you had to make a prediction?
I don't know for sure. I didn't really see which cars are still there. But of course, cars who aren't going to go out is for sure the Mercedes and the Red Bull. Or, I mean, you know, that could happen.
Yeah.
I mean, if you've seen the McLaren out, then who knows? We could see some unpredictable results happening.
Yeah.
I don't really like to predict stuff because there's things as the commentator curse, and I think you know your way with that.
I definitely know.
So, yeah, but the cars, of course, they're all still going out. So let's see what Babs will do. Mandic is now starting his lap. Gotta say, that Lotus car looks really nice.
It really does. And I think 2013 was also the best season for Lotus. Obviously, they had Romain Grosjean and Kimi Räikkönen at the helm. Räikkönen scored a podium in the first race of the season there, and Grosjean, which arguably was one of his best seasons in Formula 1 that year. That car not only looked good, but it performed good as well. I really miss Lotus on the grid, actually. Their last years were plagued with issues and stuff, but they were still a pretty good performing team back in the day, especially 2012 and 2013. Obviously, last time we ran a Classic GP, which was the 2012 season, we had Adam Hidayat as the winner in a Lotus. So, yeah, these Lotus cars are definitely a force to be reckoned with, but we'll see with the Red Bulls, Mercedes, and the Lotuses, or the Red Bulls, Mercedes, and Ferraris. We'll see how good they will do compared to the Lotuses. So we're going to see Mandic then, as he's going to be the first man to post a time. He's going to head through the turn 16, the Sud Curva. And let's see what it will be for the Croatian. The benchmark time to beat will be a 1:18.730 by Tomas Mandic. As we have some cars behind who's going to start their laps as well. Personally, if I had to make a prediction for who's going to go out this time in Q2, I would say Erki Nytt in the Marussia is going to go out for sure. I don't have no idea I was going to get that thing into the top 12. Then I would say the 2 Toro Rossos maybe.
Racing here.
Yeah,
really random.
Yeah, we got racing in between Poco and is that? Ooh, I need to think. Who's the other Lotus? Is that Alex Arnold? Maybe I think it might be. Could be Thomas Monic as well. I'm not really sure because that is the man in. What was I gonna say? I'm running out of words, but that is the man I believe in Raikkonen's car. So I think that is. Arnold actually, but yeah, we've got some times pouring in then. But I was gonna say, my prediction is that I'm gonna say Nut, the two Torossos, or no, one of the Torossos. I'm gonna say Tildesley. So Nut, Tildesley, Clifton, Konishina, and I am gonna say Chashainat. So those are that's my top 5 at least to go out, but I probably won't be right on that, as we did have quite a shocker in Q1. As we had a McLaren going out. Here's the lone McLaren at the moment, Ari Soilu, the Finishman. We'll see, as he's currently P14 at the moment. So he is in the danger zone, as we have all 17 times on the board at the moment. McLaren looking very, very slow.
Yeah, it's unusual to see them this down here. I don't know why exactly, but if Soilu does indeed go out in Q2 here, that will be kind of a shock of a qualifying for the team McLaren. Then they'll have to make up in the race.
Yeah, definitely. The two Williamses on edge, Miran Evji, just barely scratching the danger zone, as he is 12th at the moment. There he is overtaken by the Red Bull. As Evji's teammate Konishina improves into P14, can't get herself out of the danger zone at the moment though. Evji in the middle sector, 1.1 off, as he, I think, is holding up the Red Bull of, might that be Alfred Klaus? I'm not sure, but either way, I think the Red Bull behind won't be too happy. As we're going to see Evji though, as he comes around the Sud Curva. Let's see if the Williams driver can improve and get himself out of 12th place, though it's looking unlikely to be an improvement. It actually is an improvement. Goes past Noah Clifton, who I have to say in the Sauber is doing a really good job in P12 at the moment. If he's able to get into Q3 in that Sauber, it leaves a pretty big question of what he can achieve in the race. Either way, here's Erki Nut in the Marussia. He crosses the line, 4.2 seconds off the pace. You can see just how slow that Marussia is compared to the Toro Rosso of Jake Tildesley. He's a second off Tildesley.
Yeah, I mean, it's already really great for them that they got into Q2, so 17th isn't that bad, but I guess running your car on hopes and dreams isn't that enough. So, except if your engine is, I guess, Honda, since it's kind of like their slogan, but I don't know.
Yeah. I think the Marussia team will be satisfied that one of their cars got into Q2 at least. But I think Sauber might be very satisfied to see that Noah Clifton might have a chance of getting into Q3, as the checkered flag is now out. We're waiting for 11 cars to cross the line. Ari Soilu is going to be the man to watch, as he is going to try to claw his way out of the danger zone in P15 at the moment for McLaren. Just absolute horrid qualifying session for McLaren at the moment, as they are P15. Jake Tildesley and Matthias Poco are out of Q2 at the moment, so they will be knocked out. Ari Soilu in middle sector, 2 seconds off. It's not looking to be an improvement for the McLaren driver. I don't think he's gonna get himself out to Q2 as he makes his way through the Zax Curva. And now on to the final few corners. Let's see what it will be for the Finishman Ari Soilu as he comes round turn 16. Yeah, he's aborted that lap. That means that none of the McLarens will get themselves into Q3. Here's Emilia Konishina. Can the Polish driver get herself out of the bottom 5? No, she can't. Konishina stays P14. We're waiting for the final 2 cars to cross the line. Not sure who that might be. I think it is... No, I don't know who that is. But that is Q2 done and dusted. So... your knocked out drivers are Erki Nut, Jake Tildesley, Ari Soilu, Emilia Konishina, Matthias Poco, Yeah, those are the 5 drivers. So very, very interesting qualifying session. Another McLaren knocked out. Which is pretty interesting in my opinion, but
Yeah, horrible qualifying from McLaren. I don't know what was going on there, but there's a whole entire race ahead of them, so that's their best bet to get at least some good positions in this classic event here.
Yeah, we'll see if they can get into the points today at least. I think that'll be at least some consolation for them. Matthias Poco and Jake Tillothy, 2 Toro Rossos out as well. Then you had Eric Newton and Marussia, just a second off, but I think he still did a pretty good effort, at least getting that car out of the bottom 20. And then you had the Williams of Konnichiwa in P14. Noah Clifton in the Sauber, though, hats off to him, as he's gotten himself into Q3. And then Miran Evji in the Williams, who's got himself into P11. He's in Q3 as well. And the 2 Force Indias of Functional Shashainat and Lewis McIntyre there as well. And then you got the top 4, the Ferrari, Mercedes, Red Bulls, and the Lotuses. As we're here ready for Q3 now, the final pole shootout. Any predictions for pole? Actually, you know what, Giuseppe? Maybe it is not a good... Maybe we shouldn't predict for pole, because last time I did predictions, let's just say those drivers got a bit cursed. So, yeah, let's just continue with this. Also, we have a question in chat. Am I Spanish because the Chinese flag is not in the game? No, the flags are assigned to the skins, not the drivers. We can't change that, unfortunately, unless we make our own skins, which we can't really do at the moment. Yeah, just don't mind the flags, please. So, yeah, the drivers are still their own nationalities. It's just that Alexander Arnold, for example, is shown as Finnish because he is in Kimi Raikkonen's car, but we'll just ignore that for now. Alexander Arnold, then, speaking about him, he is gonna cross the line now to start his lap. Thomas Mandic was the first to go out in Q2. Now he's the first to go out in Q3. The Lotus is looking very, very pacey. We'll see if they can make a shot for pole, as we got a few drivers out on track at the moment. I think it's going to be a pretty close quali, though, as we have just about 3 minutes remaining. I think it was a 5-minute quali, so it's a 5-minute shootout for pole here at the Hockenheim ring for the race. As Arnold makes his way through the Mercedes corner, now through turns 9 and 10. Then on the turn 11, Mobile 1, middle sector 54.4. This will be the benchmark time to beat from the Lotus. Arnold's gonna have to hope for a pretty good lap, because most of these are just gonna be 1-lap shootouts, remember, due to such short timing. So it is essentially almost just a one-shot qualifying. But we're gonna see Arnold then, as he will set the benchmark time, as he will cross the final corner and across the line, a 1:19.2. Will that be enough for the German?
Although I think after this they can go out for a second lap, and if they're fast enough, a third lap. But I think 3 laps is the maximum you can do in 5 minutes here. And the third lap will also be your final lap, because of course if you do that lap, then the race session is already over by then. So you don't have much to work with. Gonna make every lap count in a 5-minute session, of course.
Yeah, that is true. Alex Arnold is the first man to set a time. I guess he went out quite early, so he can get another lap in. And maybe he was unhappy with that last lap, so he can get another in. That's smart. 2 more times in on the board. Miran Evji, as we're having a bunch of times for Vojta Kulasek goes fastest. The 2 Red Bulls going faster than Alexander Arnold then. Dennis Graf, P3. As he slots in behind the 2 Red Bulls. Kulasek, the Czech driver, is in P1 at the moment from Alfred Klaus, who's just about under a tenth on from his teammate. Kulasek already showing improvements on his second lap. Well, I think that was Klaus, actually. I don't know. No, I'm sure that was Kulasek. I don't know. Either way, it doesn't matter. But yeah, we're waiting the times then. Daniel Fraser, P5 at the moment. The other Daniel, Daniel Waller, P3 in the Ferrari. As Remus McGregor, his teammate, slots into P5. I think the Red Bulls might be the favorites for pole today.
Yeah, I mean, they also did have the fastest car by a lot in 2013, so would make a lot of sense.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll see. But at the moment, we are just about 10 seconds remaining in qualifying. All 12 drivers have set times. So I think these might be the final times we see set on a board. Lewis McIntyre can't improve. He stays P10. Kulasek and Klaus improve, but they stay P1 and P2. So it is looking very, very likely for the Red Bulls to have pole here, unless Daniel Waller can do anything about it, or anyone else. Dennis Groff is into the pits, so he is gonna stay P4 at best. We'll see that Daniel Waller in the Red Bull, obviously confirmed for Formula 2 in 2019. We will see if he can improve as he will go through the Sud Curve. Let's see if it will be an improvement for Daniel Wallace. The Lotus there just up ahead doesn't improve. Daniel Wallace does not improve either. Here is the other Daniel Fraser, but we're going to focus on Thomas Mandisten, the other Lotus driver, down in P8 at the moment. The Force India of Chow Shine has out-qualified him. But we'll see then as Mandic will round turn 15 now, and then on to turn 16. Will it be an improvement for the Croatian Tomas Mandic? No, it will not.
As FG is gonna come around the final corner, see if he can do a better lap. He's currently in P11. Can he improve? No, he stays there in P11, and I don't think anyone is also changing positions. So this likely might be the
it is a Red Bull 1-2 as Wojtek Kulasek takes pole ahead of the classic German GP. And then it's Alfred Klaus in P2. But we'll get the grid sorted then for the race. So a very, very interesting qualifying then. We got Kulasek on pole in the Red Bull. Red Bull were looking a bit shaky in Q1, if I had to be honest. Klaus was all the way down top 10, or it was 10th, I think, in Q1. But I think they were probably just conserving tires for Q3. So I think they just went all out in Q3 and they nailed it. So it's a Red Bull 1-2. I think they did pretty well.
Very good qualifying with the Red Bulls.
Yeah, we got Daniel Waller in P3 as well in the Ferrari. Obviously, Ferrari looking a bit more stronger than Mercedes. Poor qualifying for Daniel Fraser, as he's all the way down in P9.
Yeah, his teammate up in P4 there. But good qualifying by Dennis Graff. Up there in P4.
Yeah. Alex
also,
Arnold. Yeah?
I am trying to see his name. Chow China. I don't know if that's his name. I'm terribly sorry if I pronounce it wrong. He's up there in a good position in P7. So that's a good qualifying from him. His teammate McIntyre up there in P10. So good qualifying by Force India.
Yeah, Force India have done really well in qualifying. I had to say Chow Shinot in P7. So he's done really good. Qualifying ahead of the Lotus of Thomas Mandic and the Mercedes of Daniel Fraser. He's done really well. And then you have some of the guys in the bottom three of Q3, Lewis McIntyre, Miran Evgy, and Noah Clifton. Noah Clifton, though, you have to give hats off to him, even though he came last in Q3. Still a valiant effort by the Sauber to get himself into Q3, considering that his teammate got knocked out in Q1. Really good qualifying from the Australian.
Yeah, indeed. Good result by him. Let's see if he can do more of it in the race.
Yeah. We'll see if he can. Obviously, that Sauber is not really the best machinery out there. We'll see if he can We'll see if he can improve. The Red Bulls, though, looking to be the favorites to take the win of this race. Wojtek Kulasek with a very, very good qualifying ahead of Alfred Klaus in P2. And then, Thomas, the Lotuses, I think, looking a bit slow. You'd expect them to be a bit higher up, but that's just how it is sometimes. Mandic in P8, obviously. If you've kept up with the actual ACOC transfer news, Mandic going to Red Bull, very, very interesting. So we'll see where he will end up, or how he will fare in 2019. But, we'll be getting on the way with the race shortly, as we're just organizing the grid. Unfortunately, AC has no official function to do 3-stage qualifying and then move on to the race. So we have to do this manually. But it is still a new feature that we are testing out. And if you guys like it, then we might implement it into F1. And we'll see how that goes. So I think the most important thing about this is just user feedback. But we'll just see how this works. I think it is a pretty interesting format, wouldn't you say, Giuseppe?
Yeah, it is, and I'm pretty sure it offers for some, like in real life, good qualifying sessions. So, of course, you guys are gonna tell us if you like us or not, because this is kind of like half of a test for this quality format. I guess we will put it like that. So, if you want to know my opinion, I do like it. It does look very promising. Of course, it does work in real life, so I think here it won't do any different of a job.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think it actually works pretty well, in my opinion. It's a good change from the standard qualifying format we ran for, what was I going to say, for 2 seasons. But I think the only complaint I have maybe is that we'd have maybe a bit more time for Q3. Either way, it's still an experimental feature. We'll improve on it if we do decide to integrate it into F1. And then we were also thinking to do doing a special qualifying format for Formula E, but I can't tell you much about that.
Don't worry, it's not the real tournament, knockout tournament, whatever.
The tournament knockout is just gonna be far too complicated to work out.
How did it even get to that? Like, that's a genuine question by my side now. How?
I have no idea. We need to find things to talk about while we get the race set up. But don't worry, guys. We'll eventually get there. So just sit tight and relax for a bit.
Guess one thing you can know is that Vettel's race is actually Hockenheim, like fully, because Vettel was born in Heppenheim, as you know. And Heppenheim is about 40 minutes away from Hockenheim. So the more you know.
Yeah. Well, I guess we could ask the guys in chat, who would you guys predict for the race win then? We got Kulasek in P1 and Klaus in P2. Then it's Wale in P3, Graf in P4, McGregor in P5. And then it's Arnold in P6. I think any one of those could have a good crack at victory. But that Red Bull is quite fast, as it was in 2013. We'll see, though.
I'm trying to find things to talk about right now.
We got some predictions in.
Yeah, it's only not the
Seawolf
drivers predicting themselves.
Yeah, Seawolf says Ratko Bettels. Yeah, I mean, I think he has a really good chance, in my opinion, starting P19. And then Hackenholm, also known as Alfred Klaus, says Alfred Klaus. And I mean, bias maybe, but I think Klaus actually has a pretty good chance in P2. Someone says Wale will win. I think that's pretty interesting. Oh, here we are for the race, as we have got 6 lights, and we're getting on the way with the race then, as we are lights out here at Hockenheim. Very, very good start there for Wojtek Kulasek in the lead. Very sudden start there, but it's Kulasek who leads that into turn 1 as Alfred Klaus is in P2. Is he looking to be under pressure on the Mercedes of Dennis Graf? Graf actually under pressure from Daniel Walle, as Graf is trying to go around the outside of the Chinese driver for P3, trying to get that Mercedes into the podium, as McGregor and Mandage going side by side. Arnold and McGregor, I think that is, I believe. Walle, though, is going to try to come back with Dennis Graf into the hairpin, as Walle's going to have the inside line. Someone's crashed. That's Ratko Betes. And that's the Serbian who's gone back quite a bit. I wonder what has happened to the Serbian, but he's down quite a way. Mandage then, who is under pressure from Remus McGregor, the Ferrari, as Daniel Fraser, defending from Volkswagen Scheinert in P8 at the moment, is actually going to get this done as they head through the chicane. Scheinert round the outside. I think he actually might be able to defend from the British driver, as we're going to go side by side once again. Now into the Zach score, where Scheinert is going to have the inside line. What a great battle this is turning out to be, as they're wheel to wheel. I think Fraser's got the better exit on the outside, dips a wheel into the grass though. Scheinert gets Fraser, and very, very well done for the Thai driver. Is he actually going to get McGregor here? I don't think so, but he's actually going on the Scotsman in the Ferrari. No idea how that's going to work, but he's actually got the outside line into turn 1 on McGregor, the Force India, absolutely flying. How is he doing that? As he can't quite get it done. The Mercedes, though, on the straight, faster than the Force India, as Scheinert can't get the move done on the Ferrari. Fraser is back to pestering Scheinert for P8. Thomas Mandage then getting past Daniel Walle, as Daniel Fraser has now gone past Scheinert. I think that is the move done. Fraser's going to try to McGregor, though. The Brit versus the Scotsman, where they're both British, but Fraser on the inside of Remus McGregor, as I think Fraser's going to get it, though, as he has the better straight line speed, but McGregor's going to come back at him. I think not close enough to try the move, though. It's Daniel Fraser who's up into P7. Matthias Poco then under pressure from Miran Evji. The two are going to go side by side. The Williams versus the Toro Rosso. The Brazilian Poco defending from Miran Evji. What would you make of that start, Giuseppe?
Yeah, of course, a lot happening there, a lot of battles, which is really good to see. You just love to see it, you know. No idea what happened to Betis, really. But he had a spin, so that's him down in P22. So I'm sorry to disappoint you, Seawolf. I don't think Betis is likely to get the win here. So
unfortunately not. But as we approach lap 3 out of 27, Wojtek Kulasek has set the fastest lap. And my goodness, look at that lead from Wojtek Kulasek. 4 seconds on lap 3.
Really great start from Kulasek. And McGregor has gone down some positions, so shocker start for McGregor in the bad way. As Fraser now gets past his teammate Daniel Walle. This Ferrari 7th and 8th, really not looking good for Ferrari. This start hasn't been the best for them. As I'm trying to find the McLarens, Sawyer is still P15, and I forgot his teammate because I don't know, I have Alzheimer's. So as we see the Brazilians battling them going side by side, we cut to Dennis Graf fighting fighting Alfred Klaus, and he gets past him. Alfred Klaus he's trying to look for a move, but he's too far back. So that's Dennis Graf up into P2. Nice overtake by the Ferrari driver, actually, but Mercedes now.
Yeah, it is strange to see him in the Mercedes, it has to be said, as the two Force Indias still dueling. What a battle between the two, as Scheinert is defending from McIntyre. Now into the final 2 corners, Scheinert dips a wheel into the gravel, but the battle is still actually going on through the final corner. What a battle, as Scheinert is gonna keep it side by side with his British teammate McIntyre as they head into turn 1. I think Scheinert's got the overspeed, he's got the better exit though on Lewis as they head into turn 3. Nope, still side by side, as Poco's getting a great view of that battle in the background. He might try to pick up the scraps from that battle, as Scheinert still trying to get McIntyre. McIntyre just a tiny bit ahead, but I think this battle's going to continue all the way into the hairpin, as Scheinert's going on the outside line. It's going to be McIntyre on the inside. Scheinert having to go the long way around as they head into the braking zone now. Scheinert on the outside line, oh, very, very close to contact, but I think the Thai driver is going to get it though, as McIntyre, is he going to have the inside line? Yes, he does, but I think Von Chanok's gonna try to block him, and he does. What a great battle between the two.
Like side by side for an entire lap nearly there, or maybe even an entire lap. I don't know. We don't see that often nowadays in actual Formula One. Although the battles between Leclerc and Verstappen surely look really great. Gotta admit, just to cut to the life real quick. But let's get back to the race here. Conditioner is in a McLaren sandwich for P16 to that's weird to say, but
as
we're in 2017 already.
yeah. Also, that was Jimenez going off the track as he tried to pursue Conditioner. Yeah, the McLarens are really not doing well. Soilu remains in P15 as Jimenez, I believe, has gotten one position off the start. As Erkin Nytfall now on position. We could actually check the position gains from the start if we could get that graph up on the screen. Yeah, here we are. So, the position gains then from the start. Kulasek obviously overtook Alfred Klaus. No, he did not. Oh, I'm probably stupid. I think that's probably just a bit stupid for me. I don't know. But Kulasek holds the race lead, to say the least. I think that's because... Hold on. Wait, what? Oh, I think it's because we accidentally had the safety car started. Yeah, it's a bug. But I think we had the safety car starting P1, so it's just one up on what it normally is. Either way, yeah, it's a bit strange. But okay, just just count it as -1. So Groff has gone up 2 positions from the start. Arnold's gone in 2. Mandich and Fraser gone 3, so they've done really well. Horrible start for Daniel Wallace. He's gone down, I believe, 2 as well. The McGregor's down 1. Chow Shynut is... No, hold on. Am I stupid? Okay, you know what?
Yeah, I'm just gonna say, Graf had a really great start. Also, sorry for saying sorry out of something I was choking on whatever the hell I was choking on, but I'm not dead. That's always good. So, the leaderboard is doing funny. Yeah, Kulasek 6-second lead, as we see the Ferraris going side by side. Gregor getting overtaken by Wale. So, or Whale, I don't really know, but since he's Chinese, I'm saying Wale. I don't know, maybe it sounds more Chinese. But yeah. I don't know why I'm seeing Pro McLarens in 17th and 15th. That's kind of painful, but I guess we'll have to live with it as Konishna is going side by side with one, and it's a she, right?
Yes.
Okay, I guess I don't want to misgender people because nowadays it's the big bad.
Well, you do know Emilia is a woman's name. I should just say that.
Yeah, but no. You never know.
Okay, but yeah, just...
Yeah, they had a really nice scrap here, but I thought the McLaren had it done, but Konishna is really defending well. Going side by side to the last corner. Can she try something, maybe get... She's on the outside. Still side by side, no one's really trying to give in, but I think now she does have the overspeed. And she's ahead, but... not yet. This is a really nice battle. Like we're seeing really nice battles.
Yeah, we really are.
As I found out, McLaren is Jimenez. Sorry if I'm saying D McLaren. So Jimenez and Konishna side by side, still going to the hairpin. Who's gonna get the better of it? Seems like it's Konishna, but Jimenez hits into Konishna a bit since that seemed like contact. But Jimenez now is actually in front, does it seem like? No, I mean, they're still kind of side by side. Just, I'm trying to say someone goes by, but no. You just see incredible battling here. Really, really great to see it. Just the pure pleasure for your eyes, you know? As Jimenez has finally found a way through for P16. And now he's behind his teammate, Soilu.
Yeah, a really great battle between the two. The McLaren's looking really off the pace. We're going to see another battle for him here. McGregor versus Waller once again, as McGregor's going to be on the inside line there. I don't think he's going to get it, or he's not close enough to Waller, but he might be close enough here, as he's going to be on the inside of his Chinese teammate, as the two are going to be side by side now. McGregor on the outside, Waller on the inside. But McGregor gets the overspeed on his teammate, gets past these Ferraris. Have been really going back and forth this entire race. As Wall is looking for a way past into the hairpin. I don't think he's gonna get it though. As McGregor is gonna be on the outside line trying to defend from Daniel Wallace. Soilo and Jimenez, the two McLarens going side by side at the moment. Soilo defending from Jimenez as he's round and the two McLarens make contact. And oh, this is turning into a bit of a hassle, but Soilo facing the wrong way then. And that is Kondichina caught up in all of that as well.
Oh, and they're just gonna oil pile into them. Oh man.
Oh, that's turning into a bit of a pile-up. Soilo is stuck. There's Ratko Betes who's gonna just kind of swoop past there. Soilo is stuck.
Go Ratko!
Hey, but that is Ari Soilo, and he is most definitely out of the race.
Yeah. Is Falcon? Yes, so is Falcon. Maybe.
No, I think he can still continue. Oh.
It seems like, but no, he's still keeping on. But he's very far off the other drivers. Just McLaren. Their day has gone from worse to worser. No, not worser isn't a word, but I guess
more worse.
There is no word to describe McLaren's day today. I guess that's how bad the situation is.
How would you say worse, worser, worst? No?
Worsest.
Worsest. But here we have a battle actually in midst of all that chaos. Daniel Fraser versus Thomas Mandic. It's Fraser's going to go around the outside of Thomas Mandic. The two side by side of Fraser's hopping over the curve there a bit. That's going to compromise him a bit on exit. As Mandic trying to get the inside line there. The two side by side. Fraser just a tiny, just almost a car length ahead into Mobile 1 now. Fraser ahead into the Zuck score. Very nice battle.
You were just seeing beautiful battles all over the field for any position. You name one, we're giving you a battle. That's how it looks like today.
Yeah, these 2013 cars are really delivering with the battles today. We're seeing a lot of action at the moment, especially between teammates. At the moment, we're seeing a lot of teammate battles. Especially that Ferrari battle is looking really spicy, and then maybe the McLarens didn't really end up too nice.
Yeah, that was ended up in contact, and it's one car even out of the race.
Yeah, I wish we could get a replay on that, but it's a bit of a hassle. Here is Daniel Fraser on Alexander Arnold as he gets past Arnold then for P4. As Charles Cheyenne's going to be under pressure from Matthias Poco again. Poco trying the moves then for P9 as he's trying to get himself into the points here. Or he is already in the points, but trying to get that one extra point away from Charles Cheyenne into Mobile 1 now into Mercedes. That is not Mobile 1. I should probably just say wrong corner. Into turn 10 then. Poco on the inside of Charles Cheyenne. Charles Cheyenne's going to have the outside line into Mobile 1. As they're going to be side by side to Mobile 1 high speed corner. Impressive how they can keep it side by side through there. Poco though, as I think Charles Cheyenne tried to shut the door. Poco going a bit off the track, but that's Charles Cheyenne at the head. So very good battle and very good defense from functional Charles Cheyenne in the Force India.
Yeah, so that's P9 kept. And Fraser is going to try and move on Klaus, and Klaus, the Red Bull is now down into P4, Mercedes second and third. And Kulasek is just nowhere to be found. He's in a race of his own. I guess that's how we could describe it. Daniel Fraser now up into P3 into that last podium spot. As the field is getting like there, top 8, it's getting closer, I feel like.
Yeah, it is getting quite close, but Alfred Klaus falling off the pace then, as the two Mercedes have gotten themselves into the podium. As we got a couple of close guys here, from Charles Cheyenne to Tildesley P14. It is quite close, and then you got some guys spread out at the back due to that incident that happened before. We got Konishina in P16, and then Ratko Betes who just kind of benefited from that little pileup that we had before. But he's 8 seconds behind, and then 8 seconds behind us. Here's the two Caterhams scrapping, Parachki and Brown, as the two are going to go side by side now. As they went side by side to the hairpin, Parachki's going to be on the inside into turn 7. You wouldn't expect these guys to go at it, but here they are. As into Mercedes, now the braking zone. Brown on the inside of Parachki. Parachki's trying to hold that off. The two backmarker guys dueling for position. As into turn 10 then. Brown just ahead of Ennis Parachki into Mobile 1 now. Brown has got it on Ennis Parachki. Very nice battle between some backmarker guys.
Yeah, indeed. It's always nice to see. As wait, no, it's not him. I'm sorry for
that's
that.
Arnold.
Arnold and crashed into one of the Ferraris. I think
that was Wale.
Wale, yeah. I'm sorry for saying Jimenez. I was used to the McLaren spinning.
That was a stupid rejoin from Alex, but he is out of the race. I think, could we get a replay on that? Maybe not. I don't know. Yeah, replay system is a bit of a hassle in the ACOC, or in AC just in general. But that is Alexander Arnold. The Lotus is out. Very, very interesting. Obviously, all incidents will be investigated after the race, so we'll see if any penalties will get dished out. But yeah, that's the second retirement of the session. Arnold, who was running, I believe, was it P5?
Something around there, yeah. For P6.
I don't know, but look at this.
It's the first one to get lapped.
Yeah, Falcon's gonna get lapped. That is pretty interesting, actually. We usually don't
get caught up in that crash, so that's probably the reason why.
We don't usually deal with traffic in AC. So we'll see how that will go as Poco
is trying a move again on Chanyon. I forgot his name.
Charshinot, as Poco, I think with the overspeed, has actually gotten it done before the chicane, or before the hairpin, should I say. I think he has, but Charshinot later on the brakes, on the outside of the Brazilian, actually is able to come back at him. Very, very nice stuff between the two. As Poco into... Oh wow, very, very sudden from Poco, just shuts the door on Charshinot. Charshinot still able to carry the battle through though, through the chicane now, as Charshinot gonna be on the outside line into Mobile 1 as well. Poco having to defend the inside from the Thai driver, as Poco into Zuck's Corbin now. This is where we usually see most battles end, as Poco is gonna be on the outside line, gets onto the grass a bit, Charshinot as well. So both getting the elbows out. As Poco can be on the inside into the final corner, they still side by side coming around this start-finish line. Poco on the inside into the first corner, the Nordkurve, as they're still carrying this battle through wheel to wheel. No one wanted to give an inch. Poco though, with the better straight line speed, he's got the better on. Charshinot closes the door into turn 2. Matthias Poco is ahead of Function and Charshinot. Beautiful battle between the two.
Yeah, they're just going on the edge. You see them going wide a bit, just maybe wobbling, trying to keep control. It's just incredible to see. As incredible as Kulisek in his lead, to be honest, because that's just huge. Not in that. Not down.
Yeah, Kulisek though, absolutely massive lead. 10 seconds. Last time we saw that sort of lead dominance was, I believe, Jesper Johansson at the Mexican GP. Was just absolute spell of dominance for the man in the Mercedes those last two races of the season, and I think that is probably what helped him clinch the championship. Rimas McGregor though catching up to Thomas Mandic, the lone Lotus driver now, as Mandic is P5 at the moment. We'll see though if this battle is going to start to form as Mandic. Last lap was just a tiny bit faster than McGregor. Don't know if that's indicative of any performances, but we'll see if the Flying Scotsman is able to catch up to Thomas Mandic, the Croatian. As it's Dennis Groff in P2, then as Wojtek Kulisek leads by 10 seconds, and it's Daniel Fraser in P3, 10 seconds behind his teammate. So the top three are just incredibly spaced out for no reason at all. Usually we see those guys as the closest normally. Yeah, here we are. Mandic then, who is just about 1.3 seconds behind Alfred Klaus. He could be catching up to the Swede in the Red Bull. As yeah, it is turning a bit quiet. Here's Enis Prachki then. He's about to be allowed by Wojtek Kulasek then. Usually we don't see traffic and stuff when it comes to AC and F1, but yeah, here is Kulasek lapping Parachki. Enis gets out, or makes space without issue. So good going by Enis. Now Kulasek has Henry J. Brown to clear. Don't think Brown's gonna pose too much of an issue either. As yeah, there he is. And no, that's Parachki, but yeah, there is Henry J. Brown who trying to get past Enis Parachki. Obviously, there's no official blue flag system in AC, but yeah, Kulasek has cleared Henry J. Brown without issue. Here's Miran Evji then. He is on the back of Lewis McIntyre for P10. It was the last time these two battled. Last time these two battled was at the 2018 Hungarian GP, which just kind of ended in tears for McIntyre as he DNF'd after a very, very good qualifying for him. But yeah, we'll see if Evji is able to get McIntyre then for P10. As there's a battle behind actually. That's one of the McLarens, isn't it? Yeah, that's Jimenez, who is on the back of Jake Tildesley. Could not complete the move though. On Tildesley's gonna try a late lunge on Tildesley. Could not get it though as he hopped over the curbs a bit. Jake remains in P13 as Jimenez in the McLaren. McLaren was struggling all race and just the entire weekend. They've been struggling quite a bit. Thomas Mandic then, here he is in P5. As McGregor is there in P6 trying to chase him down. Mandic, who's closed the gap to Alfred Klaus by a bit. That gap was 1.3 seconds a few laps ago. It's 5 seconds now. Do you think Mandic is going to try the move on Klaus in a... do you think Mandic is going to try the move on Klaus in a few laps, Giuseppe?
Yeah, for sure. If you can get close enough, then why should you not try and go for the move? You know, as talking about going for moves, Jimenez not trying to get past Tilsley which is P13, so he's trying to maybe get into the points paying positions somehow. It's not that easy of a task because, as you can see, people are just willing to get their elbows out and fight to the death. Apparently, that's how it seems like. So it's not gonna be hard for Rodrigo Jimenez here, but of course he'll try his best. He theoretically has a faster car, although McLaren haven't really shown that this weekend, I guess we could say.
Yeah.
But, yeah, of course, Mandic will. I'm pretty sure he's gonna try and move if he does get close enough, which he has, I think, gained a bit. But of course, in Formula One, as you know, half a second is, I mean, and just already quite a bit, but also could be nothing depending on how quick you catch up. And for normal people, 1 second is just like nothing. So just proves you how fast of sport just Formula One is, which is really fascinating to say the least. Yeah, Mandic is getting closer, but then he kind of drops off at some corners, so it's really hard to tell. And McGregor could actually join into the fight, so it could turn out interesting.
Yeah, he definitely could. As Mandic is actually going to try it on Klaus now. As I was going to say, as one man did once say, getting close is one thing, passing is another. Mandic is going to attempt passing Klaus now, as Mandic is going to be on the inside of Alfred Klaus. Klaus been struggling the entire race. Mandic gets a bit of overspeed. Klaus shuts the door though on the young Croatian. Klaus remains ahead then, as Mandic was really eager to try that move. Here is Rodrigo Jimenez then, as he is on the back of Jake Tilsley, trying to get past the Toro Rosso, but he's been struggling quite a bit this entire race. As Mandic fallen back a bit on Klaus after trying that move. I think it cost him a tiny bit, but he should probably be able to try it into the hairpin with that DRS once again, as yeah, McGregor also looking to take on Mandic if he dares to slip up a tiny bit. But yeah, look at that, Mandic all over the gearbox of Alfred Klaus.
Yeah, of course, fighting for against the team he's gonna race for in the 2019 season. So that's kind of ironic, to say the least, as he's again gonna try and move into the hairpin. But can he get it done this time? Doesn't seem likely, as McGregor just seems to be getting closer and closer. So, of course, because these two are holding each other up. But Mandic now, just same as last lap. Like, the lines, it seems like copy and paste. As Jimenez, he's trying to get past the Toro Rosso, which is P13. He does have the inside, but can he do it? No, Tilsley fights back. As Jimenez is really struggling. You can see he just doesn't have the pace in that McLaren. But maybe now he can try to pull off a move. Not quite. So just Jimenez trying his absolute best. You can feel it from here, to be honest, just how he's desperately trying to get past. As that was a bit of a lockout from him, I think, so that he drops back. Yeah, unfortunate.
Yeah, the McLaren looks really difficult to drive. Thomas Mandic then, who's not able to clear Alfred Klaus. Klaus strong on the defense, we know that. Mandic, I think he's going to want to clear him, or at least trying to pass him now into the hairpin. He's going to try and line up alongside what's going to be his future teammate in 2019, as the two are going to go side by side. Mandic on the inside line, trying to force Klaus wide. But Klaus with the better exit, that Red Bull is a very, very good machine. And yeah, Mandic just can't get past. As Tildesley and Clifton going side by side. Mandic on the inside of Klaus, very, very close to contact. But he can't get the move up. Tildesley was trying to Noah Clifton in the Sauber now. As Tildesley is going to be on the inside of Clifton. Might Jimenez try to pick up the scraps from this battle? I think Clifton is going to defend though from Tildesley as he does so. And that is the Australian defending, as McGregor now catching Mandic napping a bit. McGregor trying to go on Mandic, but can't quite get the move done there. McGregor almost had that move done, but couldn't quite complete the good defend from Thomas Mandic.
Yeah, as I kind of predicted somehow, McGregor did get a closer. Now Jimenez he was on the grass there, you can see, and now he's off onto the grass again. He's really struggling, you can see it clearly.
Yeah, the McLaren looks so difficult to drive. I don't know what it is, but you can see that Jimenez is just struggling massively. As Mandic I think he's gonna try to move on Klaus again this lap. Yes, here goes the Croatian Thomas Mandic on Alfred Klaus. As I think Klaus gonna have quite an easy time defending from this again, as he has done basically every other lap. And Klaus defending then, but Tilsley is trying to go up against Noah Clifton, as the two are going to go side by side. Tilsley just ahead as the two are going to go side by side into the chicane. Wheel to wheel racing, really, really close between the two, as this is the battle for P12. Tilsley on the inside of Noah Clifton, trying to force Clifton wide. Jimenez trying to pick up the scraps from this battle as he watches along. As Tilsley and Clifton going side by side. Clifton though defending. Not a lot of moves being completed. Everyone is trying quite a lot of moves, but not been able to complete them, as Tilsley had a look on the inside but just skipped over the curb and couldn't get that done.
Yeah, as just to mention, 6 laps left. And may I mention, there's been no change for the lead whatsoever, so the interesting battles really have been in the midfield. But hey, it's nice to see also some battles there in the midfield. The midfield isn't uninteresting, you know?
Yeah.
Even the back man is having some scraps like the Cayhams. So just racing all around except for the lead, which is kind of weird. But
yeah,
what can you do? As these three are just really close. As I said, this probably will turn into a 3-way battle, and I think kind of is turning into one. Maybe we can see. Actually, who do you think will come out on top for P4 in these last few laps?
I don't want to say any names, but I feel like it kind of might stay as it is, honestly. I feel like Mandic is he's just trying to get past so desperately, but he just can't do it. And that level of desperateness, is that even a word? I don't think so. Yes, desperation. That's the word I was looking for. The level of desperation is just going to increase as the lap counter goes up. But we'll see if he can make the move as they're approaching a bit of traffic. There's Matthew Falcon. That could actually play into Thomas Mandic's hands. We'll see though, as Mandic actually already gonna try it on Alfred Klaus. He had a bit of a look on the inside, maybe trying to scare Klaus into locking up. He's really putting the pressure on the Swede at the moment. But we will see as they're going now to the rundown to the hairpin. Mandic gonna get the slipstream on Klaus. Is he gonna try it? I don't think so. He tries that way. Klaus blocks. Actually, he was trying to get past Falcon there. There is McGregor, who swoops around the outside of Thomas Mandic. These are going to go side by side as they're going to battle. This is going to help Alfred Klaus as he is lapping Matthew Falcon. Oh, McGregor over the curb. And had a bit of a slide there as well. Mandic gets ahead, and McGregor's lost massive amounts of time. Mandic's now going to clear Falcon then. Klaus has cleared Falcon. Is Matthew gonna be a good boy and get out of the way? I don't think he is gonna be. I actually think he is gonna be, actually. Yeah, there he is, getting out of the way for Thomas Mandic. Nice stuff, Matthew. McGregor then fell down just absolutely from that battle with Mandic. He now oh god, wow, I can't speak. McGregor now has to clear Matthew Falcon, but Mandic now, as he's lost a bit of time to Alfred Klaus, that gap is definitely going to be closing between the two. As McGregor trying to look on the outside, goes to the inside of Falcon. As the two are going to go be side by side. I think McGregor's going to have this one easily in the bag. Yes, he does. But he's now a second from Thomas Mandic, and Mandic is 8/10 off Alfred Klaus.
Yeah, so Matthew Falcon has caused a bit of a shake-up here in the racing, no, not in the racing one, I'm saying in the gaps, as Tilsley still stuck behind Sauber. Clifton, I think is nothing.
Yes.
Yeah, no Clifton, as is this lap his chance. Can he get by, as Jimenez is also there lurking, trying to see if he gets an opportunity to slip past one, if not both of them. As Tilsley now goes to the hairpin, people just don't seem to get the move done at the hairpin on the inside. Seems like the outside at the hairpin is actually the better choice if you're too wide. As Tilsley now just backs off, trying to see and to help having a stroke, trying to see if he can get another opportunity at a better overtaking spot. But obviously he has to watch out for Jimenez. But I was actually kind of surprised, like how from a few laps back when he went from being attacked to Jimenez, just going for a position himself. So that's a good comeback to say the least. Shame is for P12, but every position counts, you know. Even if it's not for the points in an actual, I don't know, race for the championship, you know, one position can maybe count something. You never know. As Tilsley now is looking there, can he get to the inside? Yes, he can, but now he switches to the outside line. And again, they're side by side. Although Tilsley seems like he's more ahead now, can he actually get past? As they're exactly side by side, like this is the most will-to-will you can get. So Tilsley again on the inside like last lap. This is the penultimate lap, mind you, so this race is not going to last long as Tilsley is now even going to get overtaken by Jimenez maybe, if he doesn't get the position back. As that's aiming to the gravel and nearly to the wall. I think that's McGregor out of the trip. What happened there?
That looked like a pretty big crash. I think that was between him and Mandic. Either way, that is Remus McGregor out of the race. Yeah, that's him immediately out. As that is a massive shock for McGregor and Mandic as well. That is gonna put him out of the points, and that is him, just out. That promotes Miran Evji into the points on the second to last lap. What a shame.
I have no idea what happened. Maybe he went to the curb and that caused it, or he had contact. I have no idea. That was just, I don't know. We didn't get a replay of that, so it's really hard to see. But Jimenez now again on his quest to overtake. Well, he has overtaken Tilsley. Can he get Clifton? As the leader now is on the final lap, as we said. And yes, he does get past. Is that enough though? Yes, it is. But is it though? Because now Clifton maybe is gonna try a dive bomb. And yes, he is. Although the outside has been proven to be more efficient on this corner. Yes, it is.
That's very nice stuff from. Yeah, very nice stuff from Rodrigo Jimenez. Just got those two cars really beautifully. But I wanted to say, looking at the replay, I think McGregor might have had a snap of oversteer or something, or he just lost control. Hit Mandic and then just completely veered off into the gravel. So it was very, very strange. But Wojtek Kulasek, we're gonna go on board with this man from the Czech Republic. It's been an absolutely dominant race from Wojtek Kulasek, leading by 20 seconds. I mean, we never see gaps of those magnitude in the ACOC, but he has proven it now, as Wojtek Kulasek will become the winner of the ACOC Classic German GP, as he will cross the line to win the German Grand Prix. Dennis Graf will come home P2 in the Mercedes, and then it's going to be Daniel Fraser in P3.
Yeah, good result by the Mercedes, P2 and 3. Nice result, double podium. It's not first place, but still both drivers on the podium, you know?
Yeah, very, very nice.
Gonna come around the final corner to claim his third spot. Last spot on the podium. Yeah, Alfred Klaus, Kulasec's teammate, P4. So, not as good of a race of his teammate, but on the good side, he did keep his fourth place. So, props to him for that. As Mateusz Poco, 7th. That's a really good result, actually, for the Toro Rosso driver.
It really is.
Last running Ferrari into P6. Which was going to be a good result for McGregor too. That's just really unfortunate.
Yeah. Shame for McGregor that he DNF'd, but we'll see what happened. We'll dish out penalties after the race.
He managed just not able to enter the points. P11, that is for him. That's the
yeah, we'll go through the final classifications. Then I'll do the top 10, and then you'll do the rest. Or you'll do the 11 to 20, and I'll just do the rest. It's Wojtek Kulasek who takes the victory then here at the Hockenheimring for the second ever ACOC special event by 20 seconds. Absolutely dominant win for him. Dennis Graf finishes P2, as it's Daniel Fraser in P3. Alfred Klaus comes on P4, 2 positions down in the starting position. Not a very good race for the Swede. Thomas Mandic is P5. He was involved in some pretty hectic battles today. Came P5 though, as Daniel Waller, P6. A bit of a bad day for Ferrari as well. Mateusz Poco, though, very good day for Toro Rosso, as he is P7. As the two Force Indias of Functional Shine at P8, and then Lewis McIntyre P9, and then Miran Evji finishes in P10 for Williams. Rodrigo Jimenez is P11, as he overtook both Noah Clifton and Jake Tilsley. Clifton finishing P12 and P13. Milja Konishina finishes a lap down in P14, as Zlatko Betes, who had a pretty poor qualifying, still was able to make his way through the grid after those incidents at the back. He's P15. Erki Nutt is P16, and Henry J. Brown is P17, and his teammate Ennis Parsky is P18. Matthew Falcon is P19. Oh God, I was going to leave these to you, Giuseppe. Okay, you could just take the non-finishers. I'm so sorry.
It's fine. As Remus McGregor is out, as well as Alexander Arnold and Ari Soilu. That's 3 top cars out. Unfortunate to see, but that's racing. So, yeah, that's the race over. Fast lap goes to Wojtek Kulasek.
So, driver of the day?
Very, very good question. I wouldn't know for sure. Although I think Mateus Poco did a really good race, but then again, Wojtek Kulasic is dominating. So pick even if he didn't gain any position, still staying there P1 for the whole race is also a really good drive. I wouldn't know for sure. Who would you pick? Do it like that.
I mean, I honestly, we've seen a lot of great drives today, but if I had to give it,
Sorry to interrupt you, but Daniel Fraser from 9th up to P3.
yeah, actually, he did really well in my opinion, Daniel Fraser. But I would say that if I had to give it to anyone, I'd probably give it to Wojtek Kulasic. I mean, winning by 20 seconds is just not. It's just not a lot of people can do that. If that's up to the car or not, I think that's still to be decided. But either way, that is still pretty nice stuff from Wojtek Kulasic. But yeah, that is it then. Thanks so much for watching. It's been a very, very exciting race. Congratulations to Wojtek Kulasic on the victory. Yeah, do you have anything to say before we go?
Not really, although it was a really nice race, really nice to commentate on my first one, of course, very action-packed, and it was nice to be here. On to many more.
Yeah, thank you for commentating, Giuseppe. Very, very nice to have another co-commentator in the booth. Yeah, so I've been Miran FG.
And I've been Giuseppe Stello.
Thanks so much for watching. We will see you in a couple of weeks for the 2019 F1 Bahrain Grand Prix. Stay tuned for the team reveals. F2 actually. I'm sorry. F2 is before F1. So yeah, we'll see you in a couple of weeks for the F2 Bahrain Grand Prix, the first race of the 2019 ACOC season. Stay tuned for that. We'll also have some more livery reveals or team reveals coming in the following couple of days, so keep an eye out for that.